I think turmeric is a miracle spice. I mean, it's anti-inflammatory, it's anti-cancer. So I think curry, most places that have very hot climates use heavy spice. And I actually always thought that the reason was to protect from bacteria and things like that. And I think there's been some research on that that's proven that. So I don't think, I think probably the worst thing is the oil. It's not so much the spices. Although in Hinduism, in the Ayurvedic tradition, the sannyasa period, which is the later period, they give up what is called, they call rajas food, which is spicy food. Okay. So as you get older, like 50 and beyond, in the Ayurvedic tradition, you're supposed to not eat that because that's very stimulating food. Oh, okay. And one of the things about food is that it really does strengthen the appetites and the shahawats. Yes, and, people should be balanced on all those things because if you go to any extremes, it's a way of dissipating your life's energy in things that, could be directed towards higher things.
Right, inshallah. Okay, so, I mean, any final words before we...
I would just say, again, food is a great blessing, but moderation. The Prophet, there's so many verses in the Quran about moderation, la tusrifu, لا تقتروا لا تبذروا جعلناكم أمة وسطا, we made you a middle nation, لا تطغوا في الميزان. I mean, there's so many verses about moderation and balance, and so balance is really important. Don't go to extremes. I think it's really dangerous. The Sufis historically very often went to extremes, and a lot of these books have that aspect of tasawwuf, which I think is dangerous. The Prophet was very balanced, and he liked moderation. He really was the most balanced human being that ever lived. He was balanced in his temperament. He was balanced in his eating, everything. He was just beautifully balanced. Even his hair was wavy. It wasn't real curly and it wasn't straight. He was of middle stature. Everything, his color, it wasn't pasty white, it wasn't dark. Everything, he was just middle in everything. And so, which is not to say anything about those extremes are just Allah's creation. But he really was just middle in everything, even physically. So I think just be balanced. Don't go to extremes. I hope I didn't offend any vegans. People get angry and why is he saying anything about vegans, or it's veganism's not a fad diet or something. I didn't mean to offend anybody. Okay, I know everybody's hypersensitive these days, but these are, in the end, I mean, I hope they're not just opinions. I hope they're based on something.
It's based on something. We know that.
I mean, like I try to base things on study and thinking and the book and the sunnah, obviously, but just reason, just being reasonable. I think religion is a very reasonable religion. So, but may Allah bless your Ramadan. May Allah bless Dr. Abdullah for all the work that I really consider him one of the really important. He's not so young anymore, but he's still young. But one of the important young leaders, intellectual leaders in our community. So may Allah increase him and bless him. May Allah bless all of you in your Ramadan. This is hopefully the night of power. May Allah give us the benefit of this night. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the benefit of our fasting and our prayers. May He forgive us our shortcomings also. We're weak and we admit that. And may He, inshallah, the little that we do, may it be a lot in God's, in His scales, inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay.